Hi everyone, Alex here. Today we're going to be looking at some third-person shooters on the PlayStation 2 with the latest build of AetherSX2 on the Odin Pro. There are a lot of titles in this genre and some I've already covered, so if you want to see games like Resident Evil, then check in the video description for the link to the many games I've already tested. I also just did a video on James Bond games, which has a couple of TPS games too, so I'll leave a link to that. And I'm posting all of my game settings in a pastebin link for anyone who wants to see how I've got these games playing, how I've been showing them. And if I haven't looked at a game you're particularly interested in, then leave a comment and I might get around to testing it out. But first, I want to talk about thumb grips. I did a video where, I showed in a video that I changed these thumb grips from the originals to different ones, and I said that you can buy Vita silicone thumb grips if you just search eBay or Amazon. But what I want to show you is that I got some new ones today because I was trying to trim the edge off one of them because there was a bit of like flappy plastic, and I accidentally trimmed a bit too much, so I ordered some new thumb grips. But I was really surprised today about this. So these are thumb grips I got maybe a year or so ago for my Vita, and these are the ones I just ordered recently. But if I put them together, you'll see that the left one is much thicker than the right one. So if you've already had Vita thumb grips and you already use them, it might be a good idea to actually buy some new ones and check them out, because these are so much thicker than the other ones I was using, and I was just surprised at the difference this was making to playing my games, and they just felt so much more comfortable and easier to aim. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that for a moment because it was like an almost night and day difference for me today. Anyway, let's get started. So the first game we're going to look at is Dead to Rights. Now, all the games I've been testing that I'll show today all run very well. A couple of them do have some bits where they slow down, and obviously I haven't tested the whole game, so there may be moments later on that I just don't know about that might get bad, but I've tested it enough to feel like the settings I've chose are actually the ones that should make the game playable the most. So I'm going to load a save state, and do not save. I always do this. I picked save state again. There we go. So I'm in the nightclub. There was a scene just before this with a stripping section, and I thought I better get past this section before I do anything. Let me through. So this is Dead to Rights, OpenGL 3x resolution. And now I'm going to have to remember all the controls for all the games I've tested today. So there's quite a lot of people in this area, and it's still very smooth. Funny thing is, you can see I have the game on the PlayStation 2. I don't remember a thing about it.
Fire alarm. This ought to clear that dance floor pretty quick.
That was easy.
Gonna bleed, sucker. Dildy, get out of here. This place is about to get deadly. For God's sake, put some clothes on.
I know there's some pretty good lines in this game. Wow, okay. So I actually did a tutorial where I just did like all the fighting. All the shooting, rather. This game's a weird mixed bag. You start off with all the shooting, and then you do a rhythm strip section, and now we're doing some kung fu. If if that sounds good to you, then I guess definitely check this game out. This game it's not like an amazing game. It's like one of those kind of like 7.5 out of 10 games, but it's got the kind of charm that maybe you'd think, oh yes, I want to check that out. Oh, you can jump normally. Started to get a bit of slowdown there. So I guess one of the reasons I didn't put a cycle skip in or a little underclock is I guess I thought it didn't need it. When I started testing the game, I actually thought I could play the game at 4x, but there was some explosions that made the game dip a little bit, so 3x was kind of like the sweet spot, but if something starts to arise, you can just drop it down to 2x, and hopefully that should fix the whole problem. Oh! He doesn't want me to grab him. It looks pretty good. And I'm not going to be sad that I didn't get to any shooting sections, because we can just check out Dead to Rights 2, where I do have a save state. Whoops. I hate when that happens. I have to wait for the game to load first. Now. So this is Dead to Rights 2, OpenGL 2x with a 75% underclock on the cycle rate. Now, even though I own this, I've never actually played this game, but the controls are pretty much identical. And that's strange. I made the save state. I don't actually know where to go. What the hell? There we go. Okay, I was getting a little bit worried there that I didn't know what to do. So yeah, honestly, it is actually really damn nice. These new grips feel so good. I actually wanted 2 of these ones, but the pack I bought only had 1 of each, which was a bit strange. So I should have bought 2 of them. But after using them for a little while, I actually decided to buy 3 more packs of them, because I know at some point I'm going to get a Loki, and I want to put some of these grips on them because they feel fantastic. Like, honestly, any gripe I had with the sticks before are basically non-existent. They feel so good. However, there is this company, I've forgotten the name of them now, but they deal in like replacement parts for like controllers and stuff. And one of the things they're going to be releasing in the near future is it Hallmark sticks? And they're supposed to be a little bit more accurate for the Switch, but they should also work in the Odin, so whenever they finish those and start selling them, I definitely plan to buy like 2 or 4 of them and definitely check them out. So yeah, we just ran through that whole section and there was no slowdown, just kicking ass, felt really good. I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting so many controls. That's one of the downsides to checking out so many games at once, is you gotta remember like 10 different controllers. So yeah, that's Dead to Rights 2, running very, very well. Next game we're gonna have a look at Freedom Fighters. Now, this is a strange one because it's also on the GameCube. And I couldn't... It was a difficult one to say which one I preferred. This one has problems, and I'm going to go into that in a moment. So let's load a save state. We're at the police station after blowing up the post office. That sounds weird. So when you're in game, so let me tell you these things. It's OpenGL2X. That's it. There's nothing else I could find that could make anything remotely like better in any way. When you're in game, it's 100%, and you've got all these like tool buildings, big battles, and it runs great. But when it gets to a cutscene, I don't know how they did their cutscenes, but some of them drop down to like 50%. I don't know what to do with them. And I think if you want to play the PS2 version, that's the trade-off you're gonna have to like live with. But on the plus side, you got like the widescreen patches, and the aiming is a lot nicer than on the GameCube. At least I think so.
Thanks, friend. Nice to get rid of the snipers. Listen, if you're going to infiltrate the police station, I recommend you use the subway tunnel.
But on the GameCube, like, it runs pretty well. It doesn't have like the nice widescreen. Now this is a game I had to change all the buttons because I didn't like any of the original buttons. Like, for some reason, aiming, I've changed that to L2 now. It was originally on the left stick, like left stick click. And once you start setting up some of these games with controls you like, it's actually like very gratifying. If you can remember them. Actually, I know this one's weird because all of the face buttons are for commanding other units. But I really, really, really liked this game when it came out. I was so into it. I was IOI were pretty fantastic back then. Hitman 2, they were just killing it. And Freedom Fighters is one of those games I'd love to see a remake or something of, because with the graphics they can do now and this kind of gameplay, it's just a winning combination. And they've teased it a little bit in the newest Hitman games with, like, you know, just, well, not teasing, just like Easter eggs, remembering the game. Oh yeah. But if you haven't played, oh, that's my melee button. If you haven't played Freedom Fighters, I absolutely recommend it. It's really, really fun. Now, if I go through the front, I'll just get absolutely slammed with Russians. That sounds weird too. I think I gotta go this way. Yeah, seriously cool game. I won't be able to show a cutscene, but basically, before this mission, there was a cutscene, and they have these like Russian news report sections. So this lady's speaking, and it's fine, it's decent there, and then it will cut to like something else. So they show a bunch of tanks, and then boom, the speed drops way down. Maybe I should change my crouch button to circle or something, or A. That's what I keep doing. I'll get to say circle soon, because alright, there's this person, I'll show this in another video when they actually come, but there's a guy on Reddit, he does mods for all sorts of little handhelds, like the Mayu Mini, and he does like custom face buttons, all sorts of things, and he's just recently started doing custom buttons for the Odin. So he just did 15 sets of Xbox buttons, which he has to hand make, so they take a little while, and then he's just started selling PlayStation buttons, and I quickly got an order in because I just happened to see it. I was like, yes, I'm going to get those. They look awesome. So in the near future, I'm going to swap these out and put PlayStation buttons in. And it's great. It's really feeling like, it's come together. Because originally, like I said, these original thumb grips I had for the Vita, they felt okay. They felt a little better. But these new ones are just so chunky. They're so thick and chunky, and I love it. It feels really nice. I didn't think that was possible because the sticks are so small and don't have much travel. But it's it works really well for me. So Freedom Fighters runs great in game. Next game I'm gonna have a look at is Gungrave. Now, I used to have the first Gungrave, but I sold it because it is quite a small, simple game. Oh, is this the sequel? I didn't mean to pick the sequel. Okay, I wondered for a moment, did I have the wrong screenshots? Still loving Pegasus, by the way. It's I keep pressing save. It's a really great way to go through all your different games. Okay, so Gungrave is OpenGL 2x with a 50% underclock. Just because a couple of little bits chugged, it just pulls it through. I remember seeing demos and videos of this in magazines when I was younger, and I remember thinking it just looked so slick and colourful. Oh, I didn't mean to use that. I meant to flip around. And this game's also at 60 frames, so it's a very smooth, fun-looking game. I never watched the anime, but the game itself is just a pretty solid action shooter. This is only the first level, but it does get pretty hectic later on. Damn. Imagine going on the bog and you just get slammed by a coffin. Or any dude, really. So yeah, the point of this game is just kick ass. You can rack up big combos. Starting to slow down a little bit then, but you know, I didn't put it on, but actually this is the kind of game I should have changed the audio to async mix, because when it does slow down a little bit, if you have async mix on, you're not really going to notice very much. So you can just carry on playing the game without feeling like, oh, do I need to change something? I'm pressing the wrong button again. Oh, I haven't got any special. So you can hear it now. So let me do that live for you, actually. Let's make a save state. Actually, I don't need to make a save state. I forgot that. Oh, wait, no. So if I'm in Pegasus, I can't change individual settings, which is really, really weird. There's some weird little things like that with Pegasus, which I've gone over in my Pegasus video before. So what we're going to do, which I probably should have done from the start, is just open the emulator, and then we're going to load Gungrave, not that one. Yep, this one. And then we're going to go to game settings, advanced settings. And then we're going to change synchronization mode to async. And now we don't have the audio problem. So I'll have to remember to put that in my paste bin of the settings. The sequel I don't think needs it, but it's, again, the type of game where I probably should just have it on just in case. He's going crazy. So yeah, I started to slow down a little bit again. What did I have? 50% cycle rate? I think that's just what you're going to have to live with. But I think for the most part, it is definitely and should be playable the whole way. So yeah, let's have a look at the sequel. This is Gungrave Overdose. Gungrave Overdose is OpenGL 2x. Didn't have to tweak anything really, it just kind of worked. But as you can see, it's not as smooth, so you know they've built the game to work as a 30 FPS game. Oh yeah, there's like melee enemies that you can't really shoot, like you have to... Is there supposed to be audio? It seems like there should be music. Do a little pose. He's just taking it. You can do other things in this game as well, like slam your coffin down and use it as a shield. You can use your coffin to do like combo attacks between enemies. It's strange. It's a good looking game and stuff, but it feels, because it's not 60 frames per second, it feels like a step down. But I fully understand why they did it, just to like amp up the action. Yeah, take that. Oh yeah, you can also repel rockets with your coffin. Like you can slam it back at them, which makes no sense. The most annoying thing about this game is that woman who keeps talking to you. It keeps stopping the game, so you have to listen to her. Yeah, this is sick, dude. I generally always find it really impressive to play these types of games. The PS2 games on the Odin. Just really fantastic to have a lot of this library playable and looking as good as it does. Just crazy. We're getting slow down. You can see it's dipping into the red in the top right, sort of down to 95, 90 or something, but it doesn't really seem like it is. It's kind of strange. There are some games where the speed does dip, and you're like, it doesn't seem like it's dipping. So, that's the Gungrave sequel. Next game we're going to have a look at is Headhunter. This is a game that started on the PlayStation 2. So Headhunter is OpenGL 2x with 50% underclock. I didn't think it needed that underclock at first, but there's a couple of moments where stuff seems to happen. So this is, I wasn't sure whether to include the Headhunter games because, I mean, they basically are third-person shooters, but, you know, there's like they're much more like thriller movies, and this one's got like elements of Resident Evil. Oh, I forgot the buttons again. Alright, I think that's reverse. The buttons are actually really simple in this because it's just a basically a port of the Dreamcast game. And I remember I was so looking forward to this game as a kid on the Dreamcast. And when I finally got it, I was just, like back then, back then it was just so damn cool. Like it really felt like this genuine like movie experience. You didn't really get open world elements like this, so just driving around on the bike felt epic. Even if it's like so basic now, like if we look at the map and zoom out, like that's tiny. Such a tiny bit of map. But there is another place you can drive around. Music is excellent as well by Richard Jacks. He's done some amazing music. He's a very like talented guy. He's done all sorts of things. He's done Pursuit Force. He did the James Bond Bloodstone soundtrack. He's worked with Sega a lot. He's worked on Metropolis Street Racer. He's done some tracks for the Jet Set Radio. Naturally. This guy has a really weird voice. Like, he has that tough guy voice, but I don't know how to whack people. I'm just going to go up and shoot this guy. So this game has a really weird concept. So you're a headhunter, but the gun you're using, it fires bullets that doesn't do like organ damage. So they're bullets that like just shut down the human body. Because headhunters are supposed to bring people in, but like organs are like a commodity in this world, you know, like I can't remember why. And this game has a kind of plot. I guess it's a very 90s plot. It'll be hit and miss. For if you played it now, people might think it sucks, but it has a kind of like X-Files thriller vibe to it, like shady corporations, government, and this is like the first area in the game that sort of has like a Resident Evil tone to it. You have to find like items and do little puzzles to carry on. So you have to find like a car battery here or something, and I really don't know how to whack. Oh, you don't whack people on the head. You just kind of. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you just break their neck with one hand. So I'm not exactly sure which version of this game is superior, the PS2 or the Dreamcast version, but for some reason I deleted the Dreamcast ROM I had and I decided to get this one instead. I have been feeling lately with all the improvements, sometimes I can't say the name, AetherSX2, some of the improvements it's been getting has been making like it just a better reason to get more games on this emulator than on other ones. But there are some games like on the GameCube, you have see, the GameCube is a more powerful console, so some games will look and run better, but it's kind of hard to like think now like which one you should choose. So I was umming and ahhing about having Burnout 2 on the GameCube or the PS2, and for some reason I stayed with the GameCube one. I think I just remember it runs really well, so what's the point? But yeah, this is Headhunter. I can't remember the puzzle stuff, but I'm just showing that works well. We just drove around the open world, and we had a look at an in-game section with action. And then Headhunter also got a sequel, which I never finished. And it's okay. I think the first game is like superior. This game is a really weird aiming thing where you have to like aim for a little while and then it'll stay still. You're supposed to do this section stealthy, but I did not. I've also forgotten all the buttons. Ah, why are you not aiming at the guy? This little lady can do like cool cartwheels and stuff to dodge. But the aiming sucks. Like, it's really annoying. Oh yeah, you just hold L2. Uh-oh. I'm not sure why, but this game also seems to have, like, really odd blur. What I think the reason why it's doing that, though, is it said it loaded widescreen patches, but it doesn't seem to be wide. I mean, obviously it is, but yeah, let me double check this. So if I just go into the game settings, go to graphics, and then we're going to set the game display to 4:3, and then no, the blurrish effect is still there. But you see what I mean about it not feeling like widescreen. Like, that's how thin the model should be. But the widescreen in this game is actually stretching all the models too. So we use the global setting there because I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe it's fine. This game did have a couple of spots where it kind of like slowed down a little bit, but I'm running around this large area and we just fought like a bunch of guys and seems pretty smooth to me. But yeah, I really like testing all these games. Oops, sorry, hit my camera. Yeah, I really like testing a lot of these games now because I sort of like I personally enjoy tweaking around, getting things running well, and just sometimes I think it's more fun making this Odin really cool instead of actually playing games on it. But sometimes I get around to playing a game I really like. Yeah, I don't actually know what to do. I didn't want to look at this game too much though, because I don't think there's actually a lot of people who would be interested in playing this again. Like, I don't think I would, but you never know. One day I might want to binge Headhunter 1 and 2 again. Runs good. Alright, next game we're going to have a look at is Psi-Ops, the Mindgate Conspiracy. Now, this is a game I haven't played ever. And this is why I forgot to mention this. So, if I load a save state, this will happen. You'll get this green screen, you can't do anything, and it's just crap. Doesn't work. So, you have to play this game as if you're loading it up normally. You have to use your memory card. I don't think save states are going to work. You can make them, but you can't load into them. So, but what we have is this game is in Vulkan at 2x with a 75% underclock, and it's been running really well. I haven't really noticed a moment where it just got like really bad, and there's a lot of like physics and like psychic powers in this. Let's press the fast forward button, get through all this. I don't know why that's squished, but it just is. Just that screen. So we're just going to load a game. And so yeah, I never played this before, but the more I've been testing this, I actually really like this game. It's really cool. But one of the things I don't understand about it is how to aim properly. It's one of the tutorials made it sound like you could aim for specific parts of the body. I also changed my controls in this one, so we've swapped L1 and R2. We swapped. I can't speak. Swapped the L and R1 with the L2, R2. And this game apparently uses like pressure sensitive buttons. So when you're like grabbing this, for example, if you were to lightly press it, I don't really know how to do this properly with the L2 button, because the L2 is an analog button, so it should work. But what I have is my my pressure modifier is this button. So if I hold that button and then press L2, he'll just carry it really low. So I can always hold that button in and use that as my pressure modifier. Another thing I did is I swapped triangle with L3 because I kept thinking locking on triangle was really annoying, and then if I wanted to go against walls, I'd rather press triangle like that. So let's just crack on and get some action going. But it is really neat. Like, I can grab this guy, fling him, shoot the hell out of this guy, lock on, fling him too, grab this barrel, throw it at the wall for no reason. It seems like that red dot seems to automatically aim like whenever it likes to. I don't really get it. It's not like everything or nothing or WinBack where you can kind of aim how you wish and my god, I'm going to die. So who's over there? Who is shooting me? Gonna have to heal again, but you know what? I'm just not gonna save. So this is a game, someone in the comments, so I'm very bad with names, I should write them down, was interested in me testing this. Really glad I did. This seems like a game I might actually like to play, and yeah, it's been running really good. And I've unlocked 2 mind powers. Oh, that's the end of a level. Alright, I'm not going to save because I'm going to press the fast forward button. So we've got 2 mind powers. We've got like the kinesis, whatever you want to call it. So you can grab things from around, and then we got this one as well where we can use our mind powers to like walk around and go through walls and look ahead. Because this game also has something of a stealth element as well, which is pretty cool. Now this is great. This is a good environment for me to test things. Usually when you get larger environments like this, sometimes you can notice some slowdown, but we're not getting anything. Still smooth. So I wonder if this game just has some like puzzle sections that just come here and there, because like I said, I've never played this game before. I thought we were just going to get into some more action. It seems like we're going to have to do some puzzles. I was not expecting this. You can also like grab these crates and you can move them around with the right stick, and you can use them for cover, or you can actually climb up on them and build platforms. So this game is literally like Breath of the Wild meets Second Sight. Something like that. Now, for all I know, maybe there's a section later on where you fight like a big tank or something and the game will just chug. And I don't know if we can do anything about that. I feel like this is the best settings to get this game playing the way it does. Unfortunately, we're going to have to let it go. I wanted to get some more action in there, but it is done. So, next game we're going to have a look at, another game I never played, but someone requested, is The Punisher, which runs really good and is really cool, actually. I really like this. Oh, shit. I did actually like change all the buttons and then realized I didn't like any of the changes. So we can just grab this guy, go to one of these gold spots and just nut him out the window. There you go, mate. So this game is cool in the way you can get 2 guns and use L2 and R2 to shoot them. Can I'm gonna look at the buttons just for a moment. Dodge, crouch. Yeah, that'll do. Now, I've heard different things about this game. The quality is actually very good. Like
Where'd you hide them damn drugs?
I didn't hide them.
the
Terry used them all.
the cutscenes of this level looked especially good. Anyway, the Punisher. We are doing OpenGL 3x with a 60% underclock. Wait, that's not everything. I'm pretty sure we got hardware download mode off. Yeah, disabled. I don't know why I didn't note that down. I know it's disabled because you can see these lights through the walls, but that made a huge difference in the performance of the game. But yeah, the cutscenes look really good for a PS2 game. Oh, dude, I wanted to show that actually. You can interrogate him. I actually really like how they do this. So, you know what? Let's just load state and do that again because it's right there.
It's too late for money, maggot.
He shot me. This is another one of these games where I've tested and gone, actually, I think I'd really like to play this. So I can grab him. I can interrogate him too if I like. And I can decide to... Wow, face smash. I haven't done one of them. Wait, I can't see. So I can go up, up, down. Oh, wow. Okay, I messed that up. That's gruesome. I haven't done that one before, actually. I got confused. Finish the dude. So we interrogate him by slamming the window up and down with the stick on his face. So we broke him. Hey, you want some more of this? Get ready for it. So I can let him go if I want. Or not. Pretty brutal. So there are some little spots of slowdown in this. Again, another game I probably should have turned async mix on to. I'll do these little tweaks and I'll update my settings and... Oh, that was another cutscene where I was supposed to find aim. Oh! Just shot that guy's ear off.
Hey, about time. Come on in.
Oh, wow. What? She's not dead? Okay. There's a huge bullet hole in her head. Yeah, this one's really cool. I really like this game.
Whoa, dude, I'm so wasted. I'm seeing like big guys in trench coats. Killing us. It's probably real.
I think he's still alive.
Maybe we should hide, dude.
What? Wait, I can just... Oh, okay. Now he's dead. So yeah, hardware download mode disabled is the key to get this one running really well, and it does run well. You just gotta live with the fact you can see the lights through the wall, which is annoying. I don't know what that's all about, but it runs great. Alright, the next game I'm gonna have a look at, and I actually regret not going further in this because we're in a training section. Like the game does this thing where it sort of jumps back and forward in time, and it's I'm not going to spoil it, but it's a really cool plot actually. It's pretty cool. This is made by the guys who did Time Splitters 2. And I love tutorials where they just go, "Oh, okay, we won't stop you." All video games should be like that. But at the moment, we're in the past, and he doesn't have his mind powers yet. We had to do a section in the hospital at the start where we had to escape. and he's just discovering his mind powers again, his psychic powers. He learns how to like fling stuff, just like in Psi-Ops, except not as physics-based. Still good though. And he learns that he can also heal himself with his...
I'm on the assault, but I haven't finished my training.
You haven't finished training.
Through here, I'll skip training. I don't think the colonel will be too happy.
Oh, we can just skip the training. You gotta love it. So yeah, my bad. I should have got further in this game before. I think we can skip cutscenes though. Maybe not. I'm pretty sure this, you know, this part is just exposition and weapons training, so that when we go back to the future, we know how to do whatever we need to do, and it just... I don't understand why I can't skip this. Isn't that weird? Like, oh, carry on with the training if you want. Don't mind me. And they're like, oh, you want to quit the training? Go ahead. And then they make you watch this cutscene. We might as well just watch a bit of this cutscene.
Why? I'm not going to Siberia.
See, one of the cool things about Free Radical is they use in-game... They use that engine for in-game cutscenes. And... let's cancel, I don't want to save. So that is also a good indication if the game is going to run well. Like some other games, they just use like recorded video or pre-rendered. But seeing that in game and working well is a good sign. So yeah, we're back to the future, and he's messed up. Winter ice. So I just want to get in a situation where I can throw some stuff around.
Hold on. Wait a second. Get down to the ground. Let me explain. Shut up. Okay. Hey, put your hands on the floor. Let me explain. Shut up and get down to the ground.
Oh, psychic blast. The voice acting is good in this, but it's also a little like, I don't know, like the direction of it's a bit weird. Some of these characters just like yap away. So I got a gun now, so I can use telekinesis or psi attack, and I can pick a gun. I don't think there's any manual aiming in this. Look at the blood on the floor and the reflections. That's cool. Gotta love Free Radical. Oh, that also brings me up to a very good point. So, I had to turn off hardware download for this game. However, when you get to one of these monitors, it'll be completely blank. And the only way to get around that is to just set hardware download mode back to the way it was. Now you can use this monitor. So we can unlock the door and yep, get away with the computer. But then you can see that our FPS is going to start to tank again. So I can't remember the game very well, so I'm hoping those moments are just infrequent. But you're going to have to keep turning that back on just to use those monitors.
What does this place have to do with winter ice? I don't get it. This is a priority 1 alert. Patient John Vatic has escaped.
Isn't that John Vatic's voice? What's he throwing? Select the pulse mode, hold, and okay. Hold down, charge, and release. Oh. I can't play this properly. I also run out of psychic power. Yeah, you will. I've run out of bullets now. Wow. Yeah, but got no psychic powers. I don't know. Okay, so that was a bit of a weird one to show, but I believe I've covered what I need to cover of it, so yeah, sorry about that one. And last game we're going to look at is WinBack. I've seen WinBack 2 before, did a, check that out in at least 2 videos, I think, but never actually looked at the first one. And this is OpenGL 2x cycle rate 50% underclock. Just in case, there's a couple of moments where you kind of feel like you need to do it. And this game has really weird controls. That's not the shoot button. Yeah, the buttons are really weird in this. I don't know if it's because I normally would play, well, I did play this on the N64. So maybe it made more sense on that controller. But this is, it's weird how Operation WinBack 2 is just like so different to the first one. Like the first one is like a proper like stealthy espionage sure. Music's pretty cool too. Oh my god, I keep thinking I'm going to use X to shoot. I really hate it when I'm playing a game and I'm pressing like all the wrong buttons because I intuitively think it's something else. But when I do like start playing the game properly, that it does change. I think I can just go up and bop him on the head. There you go. So this is one of those games that probably hasn't aged very well. At the time, it was really cool, and I think everybody was just pining for more like Metal Gear Solid experiences. And then this came around, and I remember like some Nintendo magazines saying, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be like the game that kills Metal Gear Solid." It's like, no, it's not at all. It's like nowhere in the same league, but it does have its charm. Oh, they didn't have voice acting on the N64 version. Which I can't see. But also, yeah, these grips, I feel like it's a lot easier to aim at stuff. So honestly, they came at the perfect time because I was like thinking about doing a third-person shooter video. And then suddenly, like, playing all these games is just a lot nicer. Where'd he go? And it's annoying because, like, so I do kind of want to swap these two buttons, but I know if I do that in the emulator, then whenever I have to like go through menus, I'm gonna have to press this button instead of this one. I don't want to do that. That'll mess with my head more than I need it. Yeah, this is a game that it definitely gets better the more you play it. It's got some like kind of like goofy boss battles and stuff, but yeah, it's not bad. I just have like the memory of it as a kid, so I think I like it more than probably most people would. But yeah, that's WinBack. There's really not much reason to show any more of that. And that is also the last game I'm going to be checking out today. So I feel like we covered a good bunch of games. So yeah, reasons why I haven't checked like WinBack 2, for example, is because I already did that in another video. Other third-person titles you can check out in a different video would be, say, Resident Evil 4, Red Dead Revolver. Both games run excellently. Games like that, and I've tested a whole load of these games, and we've got settings for them to help them run as best as possible on the Odin. That is going to be it for me today, so thank you very much. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe, hit the bell button for more videos, and yeah, we'll be covering some more games soon, so I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you around. Bye bye.